Now, Andrew, the race is tightening according to the polls, but Labor is still ahead. Perrottet today making another election promise. He said he's going to increase speed limits on WestConnex. That's a highway for people who don't live in Sydney. He's going to increase them from 80 kilometres to 90 kilometres an hour. He says it'll save about 18 minutes for people who are travelling. But Labor is also making announcements. It's today pledging to, Chris Minns says he will fight Albanese for a greater share of the GST. Andrew, do you think either of these policies are going to change people's minds at this late stage?
Well, Sharri, I thought it was a good little announcement from the Perrottet government today on that road. I think it was purely designed as to get a front page story and to get some momentum hitting into the last week. It cost them $0. So from that, I think it was a smart little announcement. It was a smart decision from the Labor Party to accept it as a policy as well going forward. I'm sure when I read that this morning, I thought I'm sure there's drivers that would be battling peak hour congestion on that road, thinking, well, I wish I could get to 80, let alone 90. But it does get people talking in the last week.
Exactly.
In regards to the GST announcement. Well, when we're in government here in Canberra, we used to laugh at the very suggestion of a GST increase in New South Wales. One, it doesn't cut through. No, Betty from Blacktown has no idea about how the GST is distributed and the formulas that go into all of that. It is just a non-issue in New South Wales. If it was in WA or Tasmania, different topic altogether. So you're right, though, that things are tightening.
Andrew, don't you think he's making this point? Don't you think he's making this point not because of the GST, but he wants to get across that, you know, if people are worried about having wall-to-wall Labor, well, Chris Minns will hold Albanese to account if he needs to. I think that's the point of the message, isn't it?
Oh, it's certainly the point of the message, to show that he has got some muscle in this debate. But sitting in the PMO, I don't think they're shaking in their boots in terms of a Labor Premier coming at them with a demand on an increase in the GST. It's just a non-issue.